When we're trying to grow wealth, when should a client actually loop an accountant in? What's the ideal time?
At the beginning, and start with the end in mind, not just taking that next step, because again, where we see clients get hamstrung is not thinking about steps 2, 3 and 4.
So what are your philosophies around property buying and how do you use this with your client?
I've seen a lot of strategies online when it comes to property. Look, all strategies can work, but my personal philosophy is that I prefer to let the market do the hard work and not me. So I personally prefer to buy existing properties and just hold it for a long period of time. And I just know it works.
Talking about creating wealth, generational wealth, what should parents actually be thinking of?
One, when do we want to give money to the kids? The other component is, back to estate planning. And then also things like insurance, that there's a need for it, particularly when you're building wealth. And then as we have wealth, we can then scale it back down.
Go slow to go fast, and we'll get there. Doesn't matter how long it takes, but we'll get there safely, and it won't stunt your growth. It will keep you moving forward. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Finance This, Property That. So, recurring theme, and I want to just go into why serious property investors start with a finance strategy as opposed to just going out and buying property. So if you want to build a serious property portfolio, ask yourself this question. Do you have a strategy and a team, or are you being cheap and trying to figure it out all by yourself to save a buck when you're not realizing the actual opportunity cost of not having a team and getting and paying for the right advice? Cool. So, going to go through a few questions with you and answer them through. So why advice comes before property, what the strategic finance diagnostic actually does, why serious investors actually build a team, and why is good advice not free? Let's get into it. So, why advice comes before property. So, many investors that I've spoken to will jump straight into buying a property. Then they ask a broker to find the best deal. It's after the fact, and everyone's under pressure because there's no planning in play. Wouldn't you think a better approach, and this is the approach I take with every client because I slow them down, is start with a strategic finance diagnostic so you understand exactly where you sit in the current climate. A good finance strategist will be able to map out potentially the next 2 to 3 purchases and what that looks like, what to buy, potentially like what the numbers are to buy, using very conservative numbers, and when to buy based on your equity position and your available equity position and cash position, and also what policies are out there that determine what you can do. So you're probably asking, what the hell is a strategic finance diagnostic? Well, this is where I'll start from the beginning. If a new client comes and sees me, we have a conversation around what they want to do, why they're actually speaking to me, where they want to go, who's in their team, what's stopping them, and anything else that they really want to achieve, and when do they want to achieve it by. Then if I think I can help them, or there's enough information for me to go, all right, cool, you're the type of client that I want to speak to, and you meet some certain criteria, we go into a paid strategy session, which is a strategic finance diagnostic, which is where we review all your income, liabilities, what your property position looks like, look at all the structure, look at your true borrowing capacity based on policy, different types of lenders, identify the usable equity in your property. We actually then also present that to you in a document. This is a new thing that I've just started doing, is in a document that outlines everything, including some key risks and also some extra findings that we may find that will help you future-proof it potentially, or have less issues in the future. Then this actually allows us to map the next 2, 3, 4, 5 moves, and potentially with the new tech that I've got coming out, around the approximate timeframes, because we'll be able to judge using actual data what that looks like. Now, I'm not a financial planner. It is just done very conservatively and for modeling purposes. Just want to say that. But the other thing is, I don't do that by myself. I've got a team, all right? So why do serious investors actually build a team? Well, they understand the value of their time and they understand their expertise. So a finance strategist. So this would be the easiest team to build. A finance strategist that understands structure and funding and is probably doing what they're telling their clients to do, or showing what their clients to do as well, as in they're actually investing in property. You need the right buyer's agent for the asset that you like, what you're trying to achieve. Now, who is the right buyer's agent? Mate, there are so many out there, but I reckon there's only a handful of really good ones. And the right buyer's agent is probably one that understands what you want to do, actually has education. Please vet their education and their credentials, and is probably doing what they're helping their clients do at the same time as well. Then you want a really good accountant that understands structure and understands not only tax structure, but how to build a portfolio, understands how to use structures as well effectively, and build something out over time. They work hand in hand with myself and the buyer's agent, everyone. And then obviously when you get the property, what the hell do you do with it? You want a really good property manager that will able to manage the asset that you buy. You cannot just use any property manager to manage any asset. E.g., if they don't know how to manage a rooming house asset, why would you get them to manage it? Pretty simple. Same thing with commercial. If they don't know how to manage commercial, then why would you get them to manage it? So that's just some of the team that they have. Now, obviously, there's other people in their team, depending on what they want to do. If they want developments, we've got some great town planners that we refer them through to as well. And also, builders, architects, things like that. Now, the other big difference between a serious investor and someone that's just, I would call, kicking tires or kicking cans down the road, wanting free information, is the serious investors will pay for advice. Advice is not free, especially when it comes to mortgage brokers. Now, a mortgage broker's commission only gets paid when the loan settles. The strategy is actually where the work happens before any loan exists. So the clients that I work with and work quite closely with, they pay for clear direction and execution and working with a team that actually understands that and supports them in their journey. Now, will there be bumps along the road? Yeah, nothing's ever perfect. But think about it. If we get it right at the beginning, when we start implementing the strategy, it's a hell of a lot easier for us to just go, all right, well, what's changed? Versus, let's start again every time we have to buy another property. We've mapped it out. And then we can also challenge you to say, hang on a sec, we're looking at 3 years. You're now coming after 12 months. What's changed so dramatically that we need to do this? Because there won't be potentially enough equity to do what you want to do, and your income hasn't increased. Therefore, we may not be able to do that. So that's key, right? Strategic advice won't be free. You can't walk into a lawyer. You can't walk into a surgeon for free just to get free advice. They'll charge you for it. But we do a discovery call, which is free, and we get to see whether we're a right fit or not, because that's really important. So what does working with us actually look like? Well, step one, discovery call. Can we work together? What are you looking to do, and what's your problem? Step two, if we can work together, we go to strategic finance diagnostics to understand your current position. Step three, we present that strategy that supports what you want to do in a clear, concise manner. We do it in a really high level and then a really big detailed document that we'll pass on to clients. Then step three or step four, we connect you with the right people that's going to help you grow your team and build your property portfolio. Step four, execute. Step five, execute. There's no point in doing all this work if you're just going to wait, unless you have to strategically wait. If you're ready to go, you're ready to go. Don't wait, just bloody do it. So this is where the real good investors have the edge over you. Many clients are coming to me with strong income position, strong equity position, no path. But once the strategy is mapped, you're going to know exactly what you can borrow, potentially what property type fits the plan or the bracket of purchase price, who should be on your team, so the holes in your team that you need to fill the positions, and potentially when your next purchase can happen, and the purchase after that, etc., etc. So if this sounds like you, connect with me. It's really simple. On Instagram at Dion Finance Specialist. On LinkedIn, Dion Fernandez. This podcast's got its own website, Finances Property That. I'm on the Emerge Finance website, emergefinance.com.au. Just remember, guys, this information on this podcast is very general in nature. It won't take into consideration your personal circumstances. If you want to chat more, come and see me. But hopefully you listened. It's lit a fire in your belly. And thanks for listening. And until the next episode, I'll see you then.